Hello, citizens and UEMC miners. For those who saw my previous episode on I wanted to show you the configuration that we made with the target software for the Trustmaster dual joystick and thruster, and I had some weird bug with Star Citizen, and I discovered basically that's something to do with the glaive. So I tried a couple times again after the video, and I was still getting the same weird bug where it was spawning me somewhere, I don't know, somewhere weird. And so when I retried with the Cutlass, it worked fine. So on the first go, so it seems that there was something wrong with the glaive. Anyway, so we're here to test the configuration. So if you recall, let me show you. So basically, I have the configuration running. And the configuration is, let me show you again, is like that. I've got, right now I don't have all button mapped in my final configuration I have, but basically we have 1 to 5 for this one, and the 1 to 5 of the left joystick, we sorry, the right here, and the 1 to 5 on the left joystick, we remap to 17 to 21, and the axis have been remapped, and so on. So now what you do once you're in, sorry, oops, too many windows here. Let's go back here, show you the game. Go in the game. So okay, so what you have to do, you go escape, you go in options. Now what you'll go is you'll go in key bindings. At the bottom here you'll go to the joystick, and the joystick advanced configuration. You'll go under flight movement, and here we have the default X, Y, and Z, but we want to do is remap the strafe, which is already remapped in my case, X, Y, Z, you see. So as if you remember a couple video, I was saying that for the left joystick we'll use X rotation, Y rotation, and Z, as opposed to the default X, Y, and Z rotation for the right joystick. So how you remap something, you basically select it, you press the right to unbind whatever's there. Sometimes you have to move away, move back. You double click on the left here, and then you just do, you just move the joystick, the axis that you want on your joystick. So same thing here. If we were to remap this one and remap that one, basically here the strafe left, we could say double click, and that's going to be X and Y. Sorry, X here, and the strafe forward and back, double click, and you push your left joystick and becomes your Y axis. So that's how you map this. The throttle, same thing. The throttle is a bit further down. You see these are the default button, but we don't need those. Those you can unmap. But they're the button. Basically, if you were to press the default button on the joystick, you can leave them there. You can have the same function mapped in multiple places. So if I was to remap it, I believe, no, it's not, that's not 10. 10, where is 10? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is that one. Here, 10, okay. So these, you don't have to map here because they're mapped already by the target software. But what you can do here, Autoland, Quantum Drive, that one I mapped to button 2. Where's the throttle? Where's the movement, the throttle, throttle, where's the throttle? Here it is. So basically that's a slider here, slider 1 as opposed to slider 2. So here you would click this and move your throttle, and it's mapped, and say yes, and that's it. So now once you've done that, you can map the other one also, the left button from 17 to 32. Once you're done with that, if I show you, for example, let's show you one. Let's show you what could it be? Weapons. I said, you see, my fire weapon group 2 is button 17, which is again the button 1 but on the left joystick. So I just, instead of 2, just remap this because I prefer to have quantum drive on button 2. So basically you play around like you want it, and once you're done you say okay, go back, and now return to game, and let's try that. So we have our x-axis, that's the default x-axis. We've got our y-axis, up and down, and with the z rotation, rotate one way, rotate the other way. But if you remember, because I changed the sensitivity of it, it's not as fast as it could be, but I prefer it this way because otherwise I feel it turns too fast. Fire weapon 1 works. On the left joystick, fire weapon group 2 works. X, if I move the X, it's going to strafe to the right, and then I can strafe the other way around to the left. If I push the joystick for the y-axis, it's going to move, backward, and it should be moving forward. And so you see that one is upside down. We'll have to fix that. And the z-axis, if I turn to the clockwise, it brings me up, whoops. And if I move counterclockwise, oops, counterclockwise brings me down. So that's good. So before we get out and fix the y-axis, let's see if the throttle works. So we press the throttle, it works fine, all the way to 100, that's good. And we press back down, that's good. So let's say that there, and let's try the afterburner. So I press the up slide, it becomes the afterburner as long as I hold it. And oops, I suddenly need to brake. I press the left slide, sliding down, and it brakes. So that's quite neat. So afterburner, quickly brake, slide down, and you're stopped. So let's do another test. RMI for time, 8 minutes, that's good. So let's go very fast in that direction, and we boost, and we go full boost, and suddenly we have to brake. We press slide down for the brake, and bring that down, and you quickly brake, and here you go, you don't get out of the game. So neat, that works fine. The only thing that's working, somehow it remembers that was okay. So now the only thing, what's this? Something's not right. Okay, now it's working. Okay, so the only thing that's, when I push the left, it should go forward, but instead goes backward, so we need to fix that. So we leave that there, and escape here. We just go back to our desktop, our application. Where's the application? Here. We just stop profile. We'll go fix that. I forgot about that one. So our configuration is there. Edit. Next. basically, I believe there's, yeah, so basically, oops, sorry, back here. So the problem is that I forgot about that one, is the y-axis here on the left joystick here. What we should do is reverse axis. So we click here, reverse axis, that's it. Next, finish, save, yes. Run the configuration, that's it. We go back to the game, and let's try that here. Return to game. Okay, now we push the joystick, and magically it's straight forwards. That's good. Okay, so one more thing that I gotta show you is basically, I'll show you in the next video, but I'll just introduce it here, is that when you press the button 3, but on the left joystick, which is basically button 19, it should, is it mapped properly? Hold on, escape. I want it to be the landing gears. So return to game, no, sorry, options, key bindings, here to your right, there, and flight movement, landing gears. The landing gears, yeah, that's because in my configuration here. Okay, let's see this one. This one, I want it to be this button 19. Okay, so back to game, return to game. You see? How come it's not working?
Landing gear.
Okay,
down.
you see? Sometimes it works, sometimes it's not working. I press,
Landing
sometimes
gear
it works, sometimes I have double click. It's not working
Landing
smoothly.
gear down.
I thought at first the problem was my joystick, my brand new joystick that has something with the button. But I mapped it to other button and the behavior was the same. Sometimes you press and it's not registering the landing gear. So basically I got used to double tap, but I figured there's a better way to fix that. So that's what I'm going to show you in the next video. Till then, take care and see you in the verse.